also known as Fabian and also Nirvana. So one of the yeah, just can like that.
Wow, I think we're gonna reach Nirvana.
This will be awesome. Okay, so it's brought here by Dr. Iqbal. So we'd like to do a short interview from Dr. Iqbal. Actually, what is it all about? But we have Nirvana first
Nirvana first.
Nirvana first.
Okay, Nirvana.
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 But you must be the song of Nirvana.
Huh?
You know Nirvana? Hello. But this song di W lah, not B.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so basically you're just going to hand over the mic to Mr. Iqbal or Dr. Iqbal, alright, to bring the English answers over here.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. So, just a rough about this Southern Gate Music Festival, why we decided to take part in this festival. So, we've been traveling around the whole of Indonesia, and we realized that the Malay Empire is actually very huge. So, we went to different parts, to Pekanbaru, we went to Bengkulu, and then we realized that Bengkulu has a lot of Malays actually. And then we were trying to figure out a bit more of the history of Bengkulu, and when we realized that in some of the Egyptian writings, there was this story about the land of Punt. The land of Punt is said to be a place many years ago where there are gold, there is interesting civilization, and currently there's a lot of belief that the land of Punt is actually in the area of Bengkulu. For those who have no idea where Bengkulu is, it's actually in Sumatra area, it's near to Padang. When before Raffles signed the treaty with the Sultan here, he was actually based in Bengkulu, in Bencoolen itself. So when he came here, and then he passed to William Farquhar to manage Singapore, then he went back to Bengkulu, and he actually asked William Farquhar to actually run Singapore and report back to Bengkulu. So there are some people who believe that actually at that point of history, Singapore was actually owned by Bencoolen, or what we know as Bencoolen. And if you go to Bengkulu, it's a very interesting place. They have tombstone, makam. So the makam there is called Makam Inggris. So because there's a lot of historical, the British went there. There's Fort Marlborough there. So Fort Marlborough is more than 300 years old. They have Fort Marlborough is one of the biggest forts in the whole of Southeast Asia. There's also a huge, a very long beach called Pantai Panjang. Here we call it Pasir Panjang. Then in Bengkulu there's an area called Rejang. So Rejang is actually some historians believe actually comes from Sarawak, from Bidayuh. And there are some writings in Rejang. So the Rejang has their own script. So some of the script of Rejang is the same as what you will find in Egypt. So the language of Rejang has some similarities with what in Egypt, and that's why there's a belief that previously there's a big civilization in Bengkulu. So for those who are interested, we're actually traveling to Bengkulu next year. So the first singer is Sri Nirvana. Sri Nirvana comes from Rejang. She's going to sing this song called Jang Melayau, which is actually a Bengkulu Malay song. It's about how when the Malays travel overseas, they miss their homeland. So you might find some of the words are similar because there's a bit of Malay, there's a bit of Padang, there's a little bit of Minangkabau words, which is what Bengkulu Malay is. So I think without further ado, let's welcome Sri on stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, we Sultan Gate Music Festival Open Mic presents you Nirvana.
one of my song, first song. Hope you like it. Kalau bernyanyi saya mulai dari 10 tahun.
Udah 10 tahun menyanyi. Dari umur 10. Jadi sekarang umurnya berapa?
Sekarang 23.
23. Kamu bisa jadi.
Macam mana ya kamu bikin ya? Saya mau belajar juga. Ada.
Okay, you can try. Okay, kalau I try, okay, sudah pasti.
Cuba, try.
Okay. Jadi kalau Mbak Nirwana ni udah 13 tahun menyanyi.
13 tahun belajar bernyanyi.
Belajar
bisa
bernyanyi.
bernyanyi sekarang.
Baru bisa menyanyi.
Ya.
Oh, 13 tahun. Jadi apa lagi 13 tahun menyanyi lah?
Belajar lah.
Boleh. Okay, jadi Mbak Nirwana. Jadi kalau banyak anak muda sekarang kalau kayak Indonesia minatnya selalu lagu dangdut, lagu
Yes.
modern, lagu English.
Yes.
Tapi apa buat Mbak Nirwana ni tutup minat dengan lagu tradisional?
Saya suka hanya dasar suka.
Saya pun suka.
Minat.
Suka karena dia tradisional. Jadi ketika kita mendengarkan musik dol tradisional Bengkulu percussion,
Gitu,
yes. Saya pengen buat. Saya pengen buat musiknya seperti ini. Memang
Jadi
pencipta dari
dipupuk gitu.
ya, pencipta dari lagu ini berbeda orang. Penciptanya berbeda orang, tapi saya pengen musiknya seperti ini.
Okay. Thank you very much. Terima kasih.
Thank you.
Mbak
Thank
Nirwana.
you very much.
Okay, so Nirwana has actually found that she has been in music for 13 years now. It started when she was 10. So she has actually picked it up from listening to all the traditional music, and that is what actually got her strong interest in the traditional music of Bengkulu. Okay, and of course, if we are very familiar, kids and youth in Indonesia now, they are really much progressive towards the new music, to English music, to Western music influences. But she has actually been one of the few remaining who actually enjoys the traditional music, right? Okay, one more round of applause to Mbak Nirwana. And the next up will be Fabian, right? Fabian!